From the 682, Cowboys are doing something special this year. From the 214, they can still do something special. Their losses aren't near as bad as some of the other teams with similar records. And then if you're looking for an alternate viewpoint from the 806, nope. The Cowboys will have a first-round loss. Tampa Bay and the Packers are heating up. All right, so the only thing that I want to say about that, if you don't think that the Cowboys are going to do anything special this year, like I can certainly understand that, but I don't know if I think that Tampa Bay is heating up whatsoever. Tampa Bay just won their first game after losing 2 straight. So Tampa still lost 2 of their last 3, and they beat an awful team.
Could you accept that you aren't as good as the Buccaneers and Kansas City Chiefs? Like, could you look at it and just say, you know what, I can accept that the 2 Super Bowl teams from last year, they've defeated this team. We aren't as good as they are.
I agree, at least on those days. In the macro,
they can beat us for sure. I think if we're healthy,
I think we can beat them
we're
too.
better than Kansas City. Tampa, I'm not 100% sure of. I think it's 50-50. But I've watched enough Kansas City. I swear I've watched most of their games that they're not very good, and they didn't play great against us. We just were horrible and hurt.
Yeah, and could not figure out how to get the offense together. I'm trying to figure out, like, have we been watching this win streak by the Cowboys? And I know, Kevin, with the hey, they haven't beaten anybody good, and you can only play who you are, all those things. I wonder if maybe the Cowboys aren't as good as the top tier elite teams. And now I agree with Mike, though. When this team is completely healthy and has all their tools at their disposal, I think it's one of the best teams in the league. I just don't know if that's going to happen again this year.
And the thing the thing there is, I would even say kind of healthy, because I think I understand the idea of being like completely healthy at this time of the season seems unlikely, but Tyron, Amari, CD, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Randy Gregory, like, you're talking about what, 5 of your top, 10 players, 12 players? They were all out. That's a massive loss of talent. And so you can't expect all 5 of them to be back and all be healthy at the same time. But I think it's reasonable to say like 3 of them, because we just heard that DeMarcus Lawrence, like, you could see him eminently activated off injured reserve. Now that still means he doesn't have to play for 3 weeks, but it shows that he's getting closer to return. So if you tell me that you're going to get back after this game, for sure you'll have back Tyron Smith, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Amari Cooper. Okay. Like, now let's go see what we see. Now, if we get all 5 back, that'd be great. But again, that might not be particularly reasonable. So I understand what you're saying, but I even think with some health that this Cowboys team could have picked up at least one more of those victories.
Okay.
Specifically Kansas City.
What about the defense? Do you feel better about them than you
I
have felt like every week? Do you feel a little bit better about them?
The Denver game worried me a little bit, like, oh no type of deal. But now that you played Kansas City and, Atlanta, I didn't bring this up in Mike asked all the questions. I believe in the last 9 quarters, they're losing 68-3.
Ouch.
That's the Falcons. So I don't know how much you can take out of crushing the Falcons, because they can't score against anybody now. But I can't believe how good I feel about this defense.
I agree. If you look at it, they are 18th in yards given up per game and 8th in points given up per game. That's it at the worst in average defense. And I think you can make an argument, especially with points per game, because that's what really matters. And the fact that I think they're 3rd in the league in turnovers, that this is a slightly above average defense. Corey, I am shocked at how much better I feel about this defense. I totally hear what you're saying about Atlanta, but if you think Kansas City's awesome, you shut their ass down. You gave up 3 points after the first 16 minutes of the game. That's it.
Yeah, they couldn't figure it. Like, Kansas City couldn't figure it out after that either.
Yeah, now clearly Kansas City's defense did an even better job at shutting down the Dallas offense. But if you told me, and everybody from the Cowboys said it, you give up 19 points to the Chiefs, rock on. It just didn't actually turn out to be the case, but I'll take that every day. You tell me that for the rest of the year,
3 of them were by the offense turning the ball over.
Yes.
You can add 1 if you want to, because they missed an extra point, but still you're looking at 17 points allowed by the defense.
If I tell you the rest of the season, the Cowboys defense gives up an average of 19 points, where do you think this team goes?
Super Bowl.
Yeah, they
what
should
I
be going
think.
to the Super Bowl.